Hey guys, we talked to some game wardens a while back and I never made a video about it. So we asked them some questions because there's a lot of stuff we were unsure about. Um, so one of the things is that in Marine Area 11, you're only allowed to use one pole at a time. You could have two poles, but only one can be in the water. And you have to make sure there's no barbed hooks. Another thing we asked about was, because I would always catch flounder, they'd be pretty decent for over here. You could keep those because there's a lot of confusion. Okay, so there's halibut, the Pacific halibut that's out here, and then there's the flounder or rock sole, whichever you want to refer to it as. They told me that any of the ones you catch out here, whether it's off of Les Davis or the Point Defiance Marina, you could keep those, just not the halibut, but halibut get way bigger, so I thought, it'll be pretty obvious if it was a halibut, not a flounder, but you could keep the flounder, I believe, up to 15 a day. Another thing was the regulations on octopus. So I knew when you're diving, you're not allowed to just go down there and take an octopus. That wouldn't be fair if you could. So the rule is, let's say you're bottom fishing, you're reeling it up, feels heavy, you get it up, and then on your hook there is an octopus. You can't keep it, you have to send it back. However, if you're using squid jigs and you catch an octopus, totally fine to keep. You just can't use normal hooks. You have to use squid jigs. Another thing we talked about was the new changes in the licensing system. So starting the 31st of this month, which is March, they're going to be changing it. So here's one of my old licenses, for example. Over time, the ink, it just does not last, especially if it gets wet. And how it was is, if, let's say you're fishing, right, game warden comes out, you give them your license and they can't read it, you could get a ticket for that, because you would have to go back to wherever you got your license, get a new printout, which you would have to pay for. And let's say you didn't do that, then you get a fat ticket. You don't want that, obviously. So starting this next fishing season, you're gonna have the option to either print it out yourself on like printer paper, cardstock, whatever you got, or, and it's what most people are probably gonna do, is they're just gonna use the app. There's an app here. So when you download the app, it's called My WDFW, and when you open it, it's gonna look like this. And how you want to set it up, I've read online that it's kind of tricky. So you have to like do a different combination of activating it online and through the app in a certain order, or it could just get messed up. So once I figure that out, I could upload a video too explaining more about it. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna go with, and I'm sure a lot of people too, because you always have your phone. And I've forgotten my physical license before for fishing. Luckily, I just got a warning, a verbal warning. But yeah, that's about all I have to talk about right now. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment and like and subscribe.